Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well at home, stay safe and be happy. Children, today we are going to start a new unit of math and this is a unit on geometry. And the simple definition of geometry is a kind of mathematics that deals with shapes and figures. People use geometry in many kinds of work from building houses and bridges to planning space travel. Now, children, let me introduce you with today's topic. And today's topic is lines. And what are you going to learn, children? You will be learning about point, lines, rays, and line segment, their symbols, and their real life examples. Children, before starting anything about the line, uh, let me ask you one of the question, and that is, can you tell me what is a point? Okay, it is just a tiny dot. It helps us to describe a specific location. Okay, let me draw some of the points for you, like A, B, C, and D. Okay, they are just tiny dots in space, but they do a really important job in geometry. They help us to describe specific location in space, like the end of the line, or the corner of a square, or the center of a circle. But they won't really help that much unless we name them, because if I say, hey, look at that point over there, it's kind of it's kind of hard to tell which one I'm talking about. I mean, they all look the same. So, what names should we give to these points? Okay, as you can see, we have to give the names so that we could explain further about the specific location. Like I have given this point as A, this B, and this point as C, and this point as D. So it will be easier for us to explain about the exact location of anything, and make sure that these alphabets should be in capital form. Now, let me share some of the examples of the point, and that is, can you see these dots or points on a map? This is also showing the exact location of the city or the country on a map. Can you see this girl standing over here on this position? This is also the exact location where she is standing. Now, after points, let's just talk about now. Let me further explain you about these points. Can you see this point A and this point B? Okay. If I start at point A and go to point B, the shortest distance possible, I would have gone through a straight line. A line is the next most basic element of geometry. We name a line by the points that it goes through, like A and B. For example, we would call this line as AB because uh, because its endpoints are points A and B. But let me tell you one thing, children. Basically, it's not really a line, it is a line segment. Okay, now you will be asking me what the difference? That's a good question, children. Let me tell you what a line segment is. A line segment has a beginning and an end. It starts at a point in space and it ends at another. Just like this. Can you see these two endpoints, children? Yes. And the symbol of line segment is just like this. It's not necessary that every time you put two dots at the end of the line segment, you could just draw a line as well. Okay. So if you have to explain that one what a line segment is, as it is also clear with its name, segment means the part. Okay. So a line segment would be known as a part of a line. Now, let me share some of the real life examples with you. Okay, some of the examples of line segments are, can you see this door? These partition or these parts of the door. Actually, this lines, these are all called as line segments because this is starting from here and ending here. Starting from here, ending here, starting from here, ending here. Similarly, this line as well. Okay, so these would be known as the line segment because they are ending at a point. Next is window blinds. Okay, can you see? This is also a kind of straight lines. Okay, but they are ending and starting and ending. Okay, that's why the window blinds would be one of the examples of line segment. Now, can you see this pencil? This pencil is also known as the example of line segment. Okay, children. Now, let's talk about what is a line. A line is a collection of points that continues forever in both directions. A line, on the other hand, just keeps going on in either directions forever. We can actually draw a line that goes on forever. So here is what we do instead. We draw a line instead of a line segment. You just go past the end of points a little bit and you put in arrow on both ends of the line. Okay, just like this. You are putting the arrows on both the end of the line because you are showing that it goes on, and it is denoted by line A, B. Now, what are some of the real life examples of lines? A road, yes, a road which goes on and on and on in both the direction and has no end point. A rail track might be, okay. These are the lines which goes on and on in both the direction. And equator on the map. It also goes round and round and round. It does not have any end point. Now, there is one more special type of line that we need to talk about, and it's basically a combination of a line segment and a line. We call it as good ray. Okay, and what is a ray? Let's discuss. A part of line with one end point. Rays have beginning points but no ending points, children. They just keep on going forever, but only in one direction. So we only put an arrow on the end that keeps going on, just like this. Okay? We call this ray. We call this one as ray EF. Okay? In previous slides, I have shared with you the line segment and the line also. We can read it in both the directions, like we can say it as AB or BA, line AB or BA, line segment AB or BA. But over here, in case of array, we can read it only as ray EF, not ray FE, because it only has one endpoint, which is it has only one endpoint and other point goes on, and this endpoint will be known as its basic element. So that's why it will be known as ray EF. We cannot write it as ray FE as in the case of the line segment and the line. Now, what are some of the examples of rays? Yes, sun rays. Okay. Now, you must have seen that sun has its rays which comes out from the sun and goes on in other direction, and it has no end point. Yes, a torch. Okay, it has this end point and other point goes on with no end point. Yes, your most favorite, the laser light. You like to play with it also? Okay. Now, this laser light is also one of the example of rays. Now, children, I hope you have, I'm very much clear enough to make you understand about all the terms of geometry. Now, it's time to have a kind of review. What is this called? Point. Very good. A point is denoted by a dot. Good. What is this? Very good. It's a line. Why it is known as line? Because it goes on and on in either both the directions, and it is denoted by two arrows at the end of the line. Okay? What is this, children? Very good. This is a line segment because it has two endpoints. Why we have not put arrows at the end of this line? Because it has two endpoints. They are ending on these 2 points. Okay. Now, what is this? Very good. This is known as array because it has one endpoint and the other point goes on and on, which we have shown as arrow. Children, you are going to get a home task which you have to submit. Okay. Till then, bye, take care, and keep praying.